Hi and welcome to another mini graphic design masterclass with half geek, half chic Emma Edling. In this class, I'm going to show you how to create a graphic that fits perfectly into a mobile phone. You'll notice that this image is in your templates, but how do we add a graphic? Say this was our graphic, just for ease sake. It's a Instagram story. But no matter how much we jig and wiggle and reduce, nothing is going to line up properly. There's always going to be this space around the outside. Now we could make this white and kind of go over the top and kind of blend it in that way, but it still looks really amateur. We've got the graphic overlapping fingers here, it's pulled out to the side, and it just looks pretty ordinary. So how do we get it to sit nicely in there? I'm going to show you in just a sec. Come on over and open another window, www.pixlr.com. Come to the video editor, open Pixlr Editor. You shouldn't need to sign up for a free account, but if you do, it's totally free. They don't send you loads of emails. You just click in here, and it's very similar layout to Photoshop. But don't get wigged out. There's not a really big learning curve here. It's really simple. If you can do Canva, you can do this. You can create a new image from here, or you can open your image, but we can find these same items over here, and that's what we want to do. And open, I want to find my mobile phone graphic. I want to unlock it over here. Now, if you can't see the navigator, the layers, or the history, this is the steps that you've taken. These are the layers that we're going to build upon for our graphic. And this is the actual image. So we can navigate around by pulling that out. And we just want to slot that back in there. Edit, undo, gets it right back in there. Now, if you can't see the navigation along here, you want to view, navigator, just click on that. It'll make it disappear, or you can add it back in again, and there's the other options. These are your tools over on the left-hand side here. So what we want to do is come to File, we want to open another image, and this time we want to pick up our PNG graphic that we previously saved. So whatever you've created prior, that's going to sit in this space here. Now, as you would have noticed, I had an animation here and a video here. These steps are in a different video tutorial, but when you are creating something that has animation on it, you have to think in advance, because we're going to be saving this image as a flat file. We can't pull video or animation in here, so we have to think what is in the background that we need to create so that we can take it back into Canva and then add the elements that we need, like these ones. So essentially we're creating a brand new background photo. And the way we do that is make sure this is unlocked. Come over here to the marquee tool, not the crop tool. Select it and then just go on the inside edges as close as you can. You don't want to pick up anything else, and mark it out. Then you want to come to Edit, Copy. You want to delete this layer. So no, we don't need to use it anymore. So we don't want to save it, but we want to come back to Edit and Paste. And we're now pasting this image on top of. See how it doesn't have its own background? It's placed right on top of that image. And this is where I was saying it's a little bit different to Photoshop. But this image is too big. So we want to come to Edit again, Free Transform. It'll give us the toggle. And we want to hold down the Shift key so everything remains the same dimensions, but we're just shrinking it, because if we don't hold down the Shift key, it's gonna, oopsies. Again, Edit. No, we do not want to apply those changes. Edit, Free Transform, holding down Shift. And we want to get it to fit roughly where we need it to be. Now you don't need to hold down the shift key when you're rotating, but now we want to pull it out a little bit. We want to adjust. And I'm going to go with the top first and get that right, and then I can fix this down the bottom here, because we're going to need to be removing some of this, of the top layer, because we've got a finger underneath that we want to expose. But first we need to get this fitting snugly in there. So once we've got it relatively in the right position, we come over to Edit. Yes, we want to leave that there. Edit, Free Distort this time. Now, we want to select the corners, and watch this. We can play with it and manipulate it so that it can fit nicely in there. This side we want to adjust, and it is going to take a little bit of wiggling and jiggling, and then we can get our bottom corner there and the other one there. Do you see how much better that looks? It's fitting in there nicely. We just have to work on this section. So we want to make sure that we have the top layer selected. We don't want to be rubbing out anything on the bottom layer. We come over to our eraser. We want to make sure that the eraser doesn't have a fluffy edge or a blurry edge. We want to make sure it has a hard and fast edge, and then clicking on here, Command or Control and the plus sign, so we can zoom in a little bit, and then we can move this along. And then what we want to do is just rub very gently where the outline of this finger is. Holding down Shift, or you can do it one at a time and just click, but you're going to get sort of a bubbly effect. You'll have a smoother effect if you just hold it down and just rub the edge ever so slightly. Now, if I zoom in a little bit more, you can see that that is not entirely perfect, but that is fine, because when we zoom out, no one is going to even notice that that finger is a little bit imperfect, but they will notice if this part is hanging over. So we just want to click there and click there. Now, if for some reason you click too far, Edit, Undo. You can also change the size of the brush by pulling up and down, or just selecting these quick keys here. And maybe you just want to grab that little bit there. That can also help as well. Now we want to zoom out again and see how that looks way better. If I wanted to be a perfectionist, this little black section here, I could fix up by either undoing it and starting again, or I can come over here to what's called the clone stamp, and I want to adjust the size of my brush. I need to select the Command or the Control key, and it brings up this crossbar. Now it's going to select that piece of white background right where it is, and then I can just clone that in there, and that takes it away. So I've made that way more fiddly than it needs to be. It's really not that hard. Get in there and have a go playing around. Once you're done, File, Save. We want to save it as a PNG, full quality. We have other options here. We don't want a JPEG, PNG. We want to name it. We can call it mobile phone. I haven't even spelled that right, but we'll just leave that as is. MOB, mobile phone, save. I still didn't spell that right. Okay, now we're going to add this image back in to our graphic. So we want to come to Uploads, upload an image, grab our new image, and we'll get rid of this one behind because we don't need that one anymore. We want to make it where we need it. We can move it around a little bit. Adjust it. Fit it in there. Now we can add our other elements. So we can come Graphic, And where were these flowers? These cute little orange flowers that I saw. Orange flowers. Nope, they're the same one, so maybe I'll just go stickers, flowers. There they are. And I want to add that one to the top. And then my stars, I come back to my uploads because this is a video that I created myself. And that's what I was saying before. There is another video tutorial on how to do that. But I want to add this in here. Pull that in a little bit, nice and tight, and adjust that so that it is sitting where I want it to. Click off. If I click on there, you can see the stars appear. And that's how we create our own animated graphic. In order to download this, we just go download, video, but we just select like we would if we were downloading any other graphic. We just select page 23, done, download, and then we will see, oh, there's our stars. We'll see our animation here that we've created. How awesome is that? If you have any questions, make sure you ask them in the Facebook group. And I look forward to creating more tutorials for you guys in the future. Bye.